Alrighty, here we go. We're doing it. We are going to tackle the number one question to come out of Security Breach Ruin. Why does Freddy have prototype written on the bottom of his foot? The answer was looking us in the face the entire time. So for those of you that don't know, Glamrock Freddy is very disheveled in Ruin. Obviously many years have passed since the initial security breach. We see Freddy with his head removed, and in a later scene when he's been dispatched, he has the word prototype written on the bottom of his foot. And this caught everybody off guard, because Scott doesn't put things into games by accident. So for him to say prototype in relation to Freddy, he's telling us something. We just never knew what. So before I dig into that, I have to give you some context about what I believe to be the AR network, the network that you come up in when you put on the Vanny mask. So as many of you would already know from the Ruin DLC, when you put on the Vanny mask, you can see all of the animatronics. Check my Chica theory for more context about that. However, to give you a brief rundown, Chica and Monty, the base animatronics, appear just with a pink data glow, same as the rest of the AR network. Roxanne Wolf appears with green data, TBC, and Bonnie appears with no data because there is literally nothing flowing through that animatronic once you deactivate it. Freddy, however, he should have orange data, he should have pink data, he should be represented in some manner. However, he disappears entirely, absolutely gone the moment you put on the AR mask. He can no longer perceive you, you can no longer perceive him, because he is outside of the entire AR network. It's not even acknowledging him as a being on the scale. And a lot of speculation was thrown out around why that is, but I think the two are intrinsically linked. I harken back to the beginning of the original Security Breach game. There is a cutscene in which we see Freddy short circuit, for lack of better words, and then he has to reboot in safe mode. Now, a lot of people thought the reboot into safe mode was maybe possession or Michael was involved. Honestly, there was a lot of speculation around it, and I never saw a full concrete answer. But as I said at the start of this video, I think the answer was there the whole time. Animatronics are robots at their core, whether you like to believe it or not. They don't have personalities, they are run by AI, they're just machines. So Freddy short-circuiting, I believe, was due to a power surge, due to something entering the system. Whatever it was, there was a surge in the system, and the only one not equipped to withstand such a surge is Freddy. Why? Because he's a prototype. He was the first one built, he was the prototype model, therefore he doesn't have the same advanced technologies with regard to security protocols and surge protection as the other models. He then gets short-circuited, he has to reboot in safe mode, which puts him outside the AR network and outside of William or Glitchtrap's control. And then we have the story of Security Breach. It's basically setting up the entire reason for Security Breach to occur, but giving the reason for it in Ruin, the fact that he's a prototype. So as you can see, there was an extremely large amount of speculation floating around about Freddy and why he was a prototype and why the short circuit occurred. Ultimately, it doesn't matter why the short circuit occurred. All that matters is that it did, and that is the kickoff point for our Security Breach story. Scott's just gone to the effort to give us a reason of why that story was kicked off, or how rather. It was kicked off by Freddy being a prototype build, a prototype model, and he didn't withstand whatever this surge in power was. I've said it twice in this video, I will say it again. It's a boring explanation. There's no possession involved, there's no remnant involved. There's no AI technology or anything else. Unfortunately, in this case, I believe the simplest answer is the most correct. Freddy is a prototype model. He was built before the other models. Maybe there's a theory in that. And because of that, he doesn't have the same safeguards in place. You build all of the puzzle pieces first, and then you bring them together. Look at me. I was gonna call myself the Avatar there for a second, but I almost went Junko pose. Thank you all so much for watching. This was a very short theory, but I will see you in the next one. What's this? Why'd I salute? Goodbye.